Okay, so, where do I start with this? So, today I was talking to my friend, and I was telling her about this thing that happened to me once, and it was kind of funny at the time, but then I realized that it's not, it is so bizarre that I kind of have to share it. So, that is what this video is. There was a ladybug crawling on me. Okay. So this is about a dream I had once, but not exactly. So I feel like I should start by saying that I don't really believe in anything like supernatural or like paranormal kind of thing. But if you do, this is probably gonna be complete like proof to you. I honestly don't know how, like I don't believe in it after this happened, but if you consider this a nightmare, this has got to be one of the scariest things that has ever happened to me, like hands down. So the day this happened, I had written it down on my phone, so I might have to like recall it from there, because I told the story pretty well, but I also had ooh, that made a cool light. I get distracted so easily. So I was really tired one night, so I was going to bed, and I was lying on my back, and I fell asleep. And keep in mind, I looked at the clock before this happened. I don't remember the exact time, but I'll tell you like when we finish this. So the dream was another dream for like a little bit. I don't even really remember the dream, but it wasn't really important, I guess. I think it was about a rabbit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Then all of a sudden, the dream that I had been having stopped, and immediately I was standing in my doorway, and I was looking into the corner. It is this corner, and if I was standing there, I'd be right like there. And I was completely paralyzed. Like I was standing, but I was paralyzed and I couldn't move. And I looked up, and in this corner was, I actually just got chills like all over my body. So in this corner, it's just because like I was telling this at school and I was fine, but like because I'm sitting like in the same corner, was a woman, and she was floating. She was all black. If you've seen the girl from The Ring, I think her name is Samara. She looked like that, except with no like face or any kind of features. She was just a silhouette, and it was all like black, and I could feel like this really like bad like vibe, I guess, coming from her. And I was paralyzed, and I guess at the time, well, because when you dream you have sleep paralysis, you are completely paralyzed when you dream, but sleep paralysis is when you wake up and you're still in that paralyzed state. And that's why like when you sleepwalk is when the paralysis does not really work and you start like acting out your dream kind of. So I look into this, well, I'm kind of looking at her anyways. I'm like looking up because she's floating. She's like at the top. She was tall, but like that didn't really make sense because she was floating, so like at the same time she would have looked tall, kind of like up in the corner of the room. And all of a sudden she starts rushing towards me, and I feel this intense pressure. I don't even know how to describe it. She starts rushing towards me, and I feel this extremely like bad energy coming off of her. And like I feel like she started rushing towards me, and then she went into my body. Like, this sounds so crazy. So like I felt like I was completely crazy when I was telling my friend this, and I could feel it like physically, not just like I was like seeing it or like I don't know, but or like it wasn't an emotion. It was like I could feel it like in my like arms and my body, and I don't know. And as she's like going into me, I wake up, but I'm not exactly awake. I'm like, I see like just darkness for a couple seconds, and like I'm shaking so hard. Like not just shaking when like you kind of like maybe have a fever and you're kind of shaking like that. I mean like I was like I'm not exaggerating at all. I was shaking like that. Like I can't even like recreate to show you. That's how hard I was shaking. And I felt like inside of me was also shaking. Like I could feel it. Well, obviously this wasn't literally what was happening because I survived, but my heart started beating so fast, like so fast. If I had had my Fitbit, it would be in like at least 120 or something. I mean, I'm out of shape anyways, but like I was being pushed down into the bed, and like it would, not just my arms were shaking, like it felt like my organs were shaking. I mean, your organs don't shake, but like it felt like that. It felt like my head was shaking, and like this whole like energy had consumed me, and I was so, I don't know, it was so scary. And then all of a sudden I just like woke up like like that kind of, I mean, I know like in movies they show where like you wake up like but like I actually did. And I like sat up like and I was like out of breath, like I had just run so fast, drenched in sweat, and I didn't know like what it was. So like immediately after I started to pray, because that's what I do when I get scared or anything like that, is I start praying. And nothing like that has ever happened to me since then. This was like a few months ago. I don't really have any explanation for like why that happened. I mean, yes, it could have been a nightmare, but also the physical part of it, I've never had a nightmare like that. And I think it should be added that I've never really had nightmares in general. I rarely get nightmares, and if I do, they're not really that bad. I mean, I know that I'm dreaming, but this was so real and so vivid. It was a lucid dream. I think it was a lucid dream yes, it was a lucid dream. I remember that. It was a lucid dream. And I don't really lucid dream that often. If I do, it's because I'm trying to, because I want to do some cool stuff like flying, but oh my god. So yeah, if you have any explanation for this, let me know. I know that there are things about, you know how when you feel like you're falling in a dream, like you wake up like really suddenly, it's because your brain thinks you're like dying because you're falling asleep too fast. It might have been something like that, I don't know. But also when I woke up, I looked at the clock and 10 minutes had passed, like about 10 minutes. I think maybe like 9, 10, 11 minutes, that's it. I kind of forgot it happened because, like, I don't know, I tried to forget about it, because after it happened, I just, you know, I had prayed and then I had gone back to sleep, and like I had felt a lot calmer after praying and stuff. Nothing like that has ever happened to me, and since then nothing like that has happened to me. So I don't even know what it was, if there's any explanation for it. Like I said, I don't really believe in like paranormal stuff, but if I did, I mean, of course I would be like, oh, it's a ghost, there's a demon, there's blah, blah, blah. But like, yeah, hope you enjoyed that kind of crazy story. If you want me to do more, make sure to, well, I don't have any other paranormal stories, but if you want me to do any other story times, make sure to leave a like and a comment. But also, if you don't want to comment that, then comment if you've had any experiences like this, because I'm really curious. Stop, the ladybug's on my foot now. There are ladybugs in my room like all the time, like tons of them. Like I will have like 50, up to 50 in my room at one time, because my room gets so much sun and they really like that. I have a lot of fun and like creepy and gross bug stories, so if you want me to tell like all my bug stories in one video, I can. If you want me to do that story, then let me know. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm trying to upload every single week now. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.
Oh, I can't hardly breathe. My darling, I can't breathe.